So if there's one thing that I wish I had told myself 20, 25 years ago when I was really competitive in Highland dancing, it would be this, that I should view myself as a dance athlete, that is a person, a whole person, not just your body. And by that, what I mean is, I used to think that for me to succeed in competition, it meant I had to do 100 high cuts, practice 6 days a week or more, or do a whole bunch of whole dances in a row. And I basically felt like if I beat up my body enough, if I practiced enough, if I was physically engaged enough, no matter how painful it was because I wasn't allowing enough recovery, I would be great on stage. And you know what? It never happened quite like that. I never felt like I got to that point where I was at my peak, my best performance on stage. And it was so frustrating because here I felt like I was beating myself up, doing all these dance practices and extra trainings and practicing at home and trying to do more high cuts or more pas de bas or more shedding. And if I could only get it right one more time, then it would be perfect on stage. And it wasn't. I always heard from my dance teacher, Sandy, you practice in a superb manner. You don't perform in a superb manner. Like I see you in practice, I don't see that on stage. That passion, that drive, that uninhibited feel wasn't there on stage. And I felt like in my head, I thought I was getting more frustrated thinking, you know what, all I need to do is just practice more. I'll just practice more and it will be there. But I was missing a huge piece, and that huge piece was my mindset. I didn't understand that to be prepared to be at my peak on a competition day and see myself actually be there succeeding, I had to address more than just dance practice, more than just cross-training exercises. I had to address everything, my mindset. I need to be able to visualize myself succeeding and reaching my goals on stage. I needed to develop the ability to have more resilience, not get frustrated if things weren't going the way I wanted them to go while I was in a competition. I needed to have a better way to manage my nerves. If I found out somebody was in a group that I wasn't expecting to be there and then I got all worried and nervous about that person, I lost my focus on me and my performance. And I didn't pay as much attention to my sleep habits to have the appropriate rest and recovery leading up to a competition. I didn't pay as much attention to my nutrition. I didn't see that link between fueling my body properly so it could perform at its best and it can recover at its peak and get stronger. And I didn't have a clear set of goals or accountability for those goals. So I was sort of shifting around my goals too fast to actually achieve any of them like I wanted. Talk about extremely frustrating. And those are the things that I realize now, that as a dancer, especially as a dancer who's either highly competitive or really performance driven, and you want to perform at your best with your peak performance on stage in that moment, you have to prepare your body and your mindset, not just practice the dance moves. Now listen, we come to our dance practices prepared, right? We come with our water, we come dressed, we come with our hair put like we should, our gillies on, laced up, we're ready to go. We also go to our dance competitions the same way. How many of us have our dance bags packed and ready to go when we have competitions back coming up? We're gonna be ready to go. We're gonna have those extra gillies, extra laces, more bloomers in case something happens or you lose one. You've got extra hairpins, hairspray. You have all your costumes laid out. They're pressed, they're straight, they're clean. Everything is laid out and ready to go. Is your mindset and your body, your dance person, just as ready as your dance bag? Do you put that much effort into your whole self as you do the preparation for your dance bag? It's the same thing. We put all our efforts in making sure we have every backup plan set for our dance costumes and our dance bag and be ready to go to look our best. But you need to also be able to feel your best. And that takes focusing on more than just those dance moves. Focusing on more than just those particular exercises. It's about focusing on your mindset, your preparation, visualizing your success, and then treating your body in a way that it is allowed to succeed physically, right? In other words, appropriate rest and recovery, understanding balance in your training, and fueling it properly with great nutrition and hydration. Those are the things I want you to take away and think about. Are you addressing all aspects of you to be at your best and at your peak performance on the day that you want it? That's the drive here, gang. That's the goal, is to get outside of just practicing those dance moves, which are definitely important, but to going beyond that and thinking, what more can I do to set myself up to be at my best on stage at that moment? Think about it. Write it down. What are the areas in your dance world that you want to improve upon? And that's where you start.